to highschoolmaths.co.uk, and today we're going to be looking at multiplying out brackets. More specifically, we're going to look at multiplying out double brackets. So we've got a few examples here that we're going to cover, and we're just going to plug on straight through. There are loads of different methods for this, but the one I'm going to use is fairly common, so hopefully it's the one you've seen. So if we look at this first example, we've got 4x plus 3 in the first bracket, 2x plus 1 in the second, both positive signs. That's going to make things a little bit easier. We're going to multiply, the idea is that we want to multiply everything in the first bracket by everything in the second bracket. So we want to do it in an order so we don't miss anything out. So we do 4x times 2x first. 4 times 2 is 8, x times x squared, so that would be 8x squared. Then we move on to 4x times the next thing. So it's 4x times a positive 1. Remember, look at the sign. So 4x times 1 is 4x, so plus 4x. Underneath, we're then moving on to multiply the plus 3. So plus 3 times 2x, so it's a positive 3 times 2x. 3 times 2x is 6x, so plus 6x. And then 3 times 1, which would be a positive 3. Now, we have to look to see if there's any like terms we can collect, and there usually will be in a question like this. So 8x squared, that's the only x squared term. We've got a 4x and a 6x, both positives. That gives us a plus 10x when we combine them, or collect like terms. And the number term at the end, plus 3. So we're going to do the same thing with the other questions here. They're going to start introducing negatives, which makes it a little bit trickier, so just be careful. So the first one, 3x times 4x, 12x squared. Then move on, 3x times negative 5, that's negative 15x. Moving underneath, a plus 2x times 4x, so plus 2 times 4x, 2 times 4x is 8x, so plus 8x, and 2 times negative 5 would be negative 10. Collecting like terms again, we've got 12x squared is the only x squared term. We've got negative 15x plus 8x. If we combine them, and be careful with your negative numbers, that's going to give us a negative 7x in the middle, and the minus 10 is our number term at the end. And on to the last one, and again we're just using this exact same process. So 2a times 5a is 10a squared. Moving on, 2a times negative 3b, that's going to give us, now that's a bit trickier because it's got a b term at the end, but we still do it the same way. So 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. A times b is ab. So it's the same process, just a little bit more complicated because the added letter. Moving underneath, we've got negative b times 5a. So that's going to give us negative 5ab. Try and keep the letters in alphabetical order. And the last one, negative b times negative 3b. Well, negative times a negative gives you a positive, and that would be b times 3b is 3b squared. Again, collecting like terms, we've got only one a squared term. We've got minus 6ab and minus 5ab. That's minus 11 altogether ab, plus the 3b squared at the end. So the fact that there was the extra term, the extra letter term at the end of each bracket there, didn't make much of a difference to our actual working. Okay, so what happens if you've got something like these questions here? So if we've got 2x plus 1 and then we've got a trinomial in the second bracket. Now we again want to do it in the second way, the same kind of way, using the same strategy. So we're going to multiply everything in the first bracket by everything in the second bracket using our system. So multiplying this, 2x times x squared is 2x cubed. Moving on, 2x times 3x is a positive 6x squared. Keep going, 2x times negative 5 would be negative 10x. And that's the only extra step, we're just extending it, so we're having 3 lines each time here. And then we're going to do the same for the plus 1. So plus 1 times x squared is plus 1x squared, or just plus x squared. 1 times this, so 1 times 3x is 3x. And 1 times this, 1 times negative 5 would be a negative 5 at the end. We're then going to collect like terms again. So 2x cubed is the only cubed term, we've got a 6x squared here and another x squared here, so we're going to have to put them together. Plus 6 plus 1 would be plus 7x squared. We've got a minus 10x and a plus 3x. Altogether that's minus 7x and then a minus 5 at the end. And that completes our process. And the last one, this one's a little bit different because the trinomial is in the first bracket. Now we can work with that using the method we've got, but what I would probably recommend you do, because it's multiplying brackets, you can do multiplying in any order and it still gives you the same answer. So I would just flip this whole thing. So the 3x minus 2 is the first bracket, and that's the second bracket. And it'll give us the exact same answer, but that's more like what we're used to working with here. So, multiplying this by this, 3x times 2x squared would be 6x cubed. More negatives here to be careful with. 3x times negative x would be minus 3x squared. And finally, 3x times 3 would be a positive 9x. And underneath, minus 2 times 2x squared would be minus 4x squared. Minus 2 times minus x would be plus 2x. Minus 2 times 3 would be minus 6. And then on to collecting like terms. Again, we've only got one cubed term, 6x cubed. We've got a minus 3x squared and a minus 4x squared, so minus 7x squared. A plus 9x and a plus 2x, that's plus 11x, and our number at the end, minus 6. So that's how you multiply out double brackets. Hopefully you found that useful, and if you want more videos, please visit highschoolmaths.co.uk. If you like the video, click the like button and subscribe, and please remember and share the video. Thanks for watching. Have a math magical day.